fixing my fucking mic again. Hi, Wolfpack. Welcome back. It's finally cooled down enough, and I've got the AC running, so I'm not so worried about my computer being weird on me. Um, but as the stream states, nothing but Zelda until the release of the new Ocarina of Time remake. Built from the ground up. And then I was talking to a friend on my Discord, and I was like, dude, think about all the enemies that are gonna get redone. Dead Hand, Bungo Bungo, the Style Children, the Style Foes, the Shadow Temple, the bottom of the well's gonna get redone. The Skulltula houses. Yeah, maybe I'm not so hyped for all of the enemies getting a remake. uh, yeah. Um, but on the other hand, I might finally get over my phobia of spiders. I guess we'll have to wait and see. The likes too. Oh my god, the keys. Well, I was live for like 4 seconds. Let me see what the cat stepped on to screw that up. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the monitor off so we don't get an infinite feedback loop. Because I am trying to figure out what she did, because she stepped on my keyboard and all of a sudden I wasn't streaming. What did you do, Sabrina? Nah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. At least it wasn't for like 50 seconds, I guess. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and mute my desktop so I can hear how far she cut this off. No, I want this one. It's not even showing up. You know what? No, don't report the VOD. I want to look at the VOD. Alright, hold on. Man, cats. I love them, but they can frustrate the living hell out of you. One minute and 35 seconds. What's the other 4 minutes? I am so confused. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Anyways, so as I was saying, before my cat decided my computer needed messing with, I was talking to a friend of mine on Discord after I showed them the remake announcement. I am on cloud 9 and I will forever be on cloud 9. I was talking to them about all the enemies that were going to be remade. You know, the skull, or not the Skulltula, the Stalfos, the Stal Children, the Bongo Bongo, and talking about dungeons like the Shadow Temple, the bottom of the well. And then I was thinking back on it, the Skulltula house. I said, I can't wait to see the enemies we made, you know, Dead Hand, the Gyptos, the Redeads, Bongo Bongo. then I realized maybe I'm not so hyped for all of the enemies to get a remake. Because, you know, I mean, maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe it'll just, or, I'll get over my arachnophobia, maybe, finally, hopefully. I don't know. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. And then I realized, enemies like the likes, the keys, screw the frickin' keys. Ow, that's frickin' loud. Hold on. I need to fix the volume on this. I've got my monitor turned off because not everything is set up thanks to the cat. Wait, the volume's already down, so why am I having such a huge problem with it? Let me turn desktop audio down a bit. Anyway, so earlier today, thanks, Epona. Earlier today, we were going to be doing a whole nothing but Zelda stream setup until the release of the remake. And, said I'd come back later tonight once everything cooled off. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with the original, and I mean 1.0 full fresh original version of Ocarina of Time. Unfortunately, that has to be on the RetroArch, because I don't have a 64, I don't have an adapter for the 64, and I don't have an original copy of Ocarina of Time. And I mean full-on first release original copy. Now, the reason I said I want to do this version first is because I want people to hear how the Fire Temple originally sounded. And yes, Nintendo was still kind of peed off about that. Religious context aside. But having to redo it, I think they did pretty good with what they had. So, let's get started. And then someone in Nintendo Prime stream brought up the Great Fairies, and I was like, oh my god. Because I was watching a video playback of that, and I was like, oh my god. Oh no. No. I hope that they just enhance it. They don't change the whole look. Because that would be cool to see. But also still kind of stick to the original. But at the same time, it's like, maybe not such a good idea. Alright. Oh, desktop audio. There you go, guys. And then once we play through Ocarina of Time on this, we're going to do the Switch 2 port for the expansion pass. I don't like how small the screen is. Hold on. It stretches it out. But it does nothing for the top. Nope. It's gonna have to deal with it. Nope. It means the height's more than 1080. But I ain't gonna screw with it. We'll deal with it. Hey Alicia, I'm doing good. How are you? I didn't see that you sent me anything on Discord. My Discord's not open. Alright, chat, so we are only going to do the Kokiri Forest today. And then I have to get off and prepare for an outing with my family tomorrow. And then tomorrow we will do the first 3 dungeons. And that's gonna take a while. Maybe some side quests too. There we go. I mean, the music for this is badass. Imagine what it's gonna be like when they redo it. Alright. I will be right back. I gotta go check my food. You guys enjoy Nugby. She's cute, but she's also annoying as all hell. Yeah. Why did that water taste weird? Alright. My dinner's almost done. Now, I can't promise 100% gameplay completion, because there's some games, some some of the little shooting gallery games on here that I can't really do. But I'll get it to as close to 100% as I can. Wait, these things turned on, right? Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because sometimes I still get screen tearing. And I didn't want to deal with that again. And the reason it's not in full screen right now is because for some reason, my model's behaving weird. RetroArch and streaming don't get along. Sure, as soon as I get a sword. Mido, you don't want the answer to that question. No, it very much isn't. I wonder what happens if you go and show him the sword but no shield. Can you cut the rest of the sign off? Nope. Oh, we got half of what we need so far. Sorry, I didn't mean to break that off your head. Come on. Whee! Nope. Yep. I already figured that out. There should be a 5 around here. Yep. paid, so especially the Parmesan garlic and herb. Very hot dog. I will be right back. Alright, so this first area won't be too hard to 100%. We will have to come back here for the seed, and there is a sculpture inside the Deku tree that we won't be able to get without the boomerang. There's also one in Dodongo's cavern, I think, that we need the boomerang for, too. We could technically reach the area where they're located. Well, not in the Deku tree, because we also need the bombs. But in the Dodongo's cavern, we could technically reach that area. We won't be able to reach the Skulltula. Watch them shadow drop it. Now that they've announced it, watch them just drop it. Like within the next month or two. I know people are clamoring for like holiday. But that's usually what they save, things like anything potentially Pokemon coming out for. How many? 30? Alright. Simply because I do not want the prompt to pop up later when I am... I don't know, probably just easier to let the prompt pop up. I threw in some ranch on my dinner. You can't tell by my model, but I'm dancing. Because I'm so freaking happy. I gotta call my mom. She was supposed to call me back earlier today, but she never did. He was super stoked. How many do I have right now? I need 4 more. Yes, I just rolled into that. Ooh, let's go. Look at how massive they managed to make him feel on the 64 version. He frames it as words of wisdom. I frame it as never mind. I'm not gonna say it. As much as I complain, I really hope they don't change it that much. Yeah, it's annoying, but they probably already have most of it made. Yes, thank you. Thank you. There's nothing in that one. Ooh, a little bit of money. Yeah. Over. Over. Yeah, we're not gonna bother with that. You can see the little Triforce mark on the map. These guys' faces are always kind of creepy. No thanks. Am I gonna get any Deku seeds? Yes, now I can get that prompt out of the way. Over just a little. Gotcha. Imagine that in 4K. Fully redone. I also kind of can't wait for it though, because as terrified as I am of them, they are kind of cool, so. Because it'll also show what the studios are capable of. Haha. Right. I don't know why I did that. Oh, you asshole. Did I just... Okay, no. I think I'm saying things. Thanks for the heart container. Seriously? I put a little too much lemon pepper and I think I need to mellow it out with a little bit of milk. I wish I could get my Nintendo Switch 64 controller to work on this, but I have not been able to figure out how to do that. No, that one won't work. This one? No, that one's too short too. This one. Hey buddy, third time's the charm. And there we go! What the fudgesicles and ice cream cones? Let's try this again. I did not go up far enough. No! I'm so happy. People can be mad at me all they want. About time. Now, there's two Skulltulas here. One there. And one up there. I could have sworn that one used to be up higher. We're going to step on this. I remember the first time I tried to ever get this damn Skulltula. I wasn't even trying to get it yet. I was trying to do something else. I think it was with that torch. And I jumped into the Skulltula and, well, I was down to a quarter of heart. Because I was a dummy. That was years and years ago. Go on. Oh. Who's online? That Onimusha Way of the Sword one is something I really want to check out too. I love Nintendo, and I understand why all these prompts are here. But in the remake, do we not have so many prompts? Pretty sure everybody here knows by now how to play a Zelda game. Oh, F! Mm. Thanks for all the extra cash. These prompts are why we find Navi annoying. I like the intricate pattern on her wings, though. Why does it only ever work on one of them? Crap. Yeah, sure, now when I actually need the heart... Oh, thank you for proving me wrong. No, we're not gonna deal with that until after we get the boomerang. Apparently the A button also takes out the, or A button, B button on the controller I'm using. Also takes out the, slingshot. I need more bullet seeds. Really? Oh, screw you, too. Alright, 27 is good enough. Crap. I think the decorator is all we need to do in Cookie Forest. If I didn't have places to be tomorrow, I would play longer, but... it released the bullet right next to her. Oh, poor Deku Tree. Oh, imagine Queen Goma getting a remake. Dude, that's terrifying on its own. Sorry, you're not getting a chance to lay those babies. And now we will spend another 10 minutes listening to dialogue. It took us an hour and some minutes to do the first part of the game. Maybe even longer if I hadn't had to take so many breaks for stuff. Maybe even longer, maybe even less. Now, camera, behave. Yeah? Thank you. What would be a good car ride snack? Now to deal with more of Mito's. Never mind. Alright, so we'll head to Castletown. And then we'll log out. This game. Do-do-do-do-do. My youngest is learning how to read, so I'll be able to share this stuff with him too. Haha! No style children today! There's actually a skeleton in here we can get. Alright, so I'm gonna hit F2. I'm going to save here as well. And I will see you all tomorrow after I get back from my outing. I'm going to spend the next hour or two soaking in the tub. I will see y'all later. Bye, Wolfpack. Thanks for joining me.